Hello everyone and welcome back to the beautiful town of Shavat, also part of Let's Play Xenogears. Yeah, last time we got here and we're supposed to meet up with Maria, most likely in this building. So let's go wait for her in here, unless she's already there. Why is there a doll on the table? Huh? This doll has something in its hand. Receive Really? Okay, that I did not expect. So wait, can we get the 3 items here in town? Okay, well, somebody in the comments did mention that we just had to find the 3 rocks, but are they all here in town? Is it worth my while to find all the stones? If it is, I'll just reload my save after this episode and do it again, depending on what goes down in this episode. But let me know. I'll find the other stones and we'll do it. I want to see what's in there. If it's something we could do right now, I will literally do it. I mean, I thought maybe it was going to be like something where I have to come back here later, but if you can literally go find all the stones around here now and I just didn't like search everything, damn it, why didn't I mash X on every little thing? Now I feel like a dummy. Anything on these pictures? No? Oh man, now I want to just go around town and mash the X button on every little thing that looks suspicious. Anyway, let's wait around in here. Ooh, a rocking horse. They were killed by Solaris.
This is too much for me to bear.
Innocent, blameless lives are taken away. It's the same everywhere. Indeed it is. No one is safe in this world. Whoa, what did I find? Child's memory from long ago, but nobody could take that away. Okay. What does that mean? Child's memory from long ago, no one can take that away. What does that even mean? Oh my god. How sad. The rocking horse rocks when you touch it. I like how the sad music just kicked in as soon as you touch it. Why was this allowed to happen? Why does this never end? What are we?
But we might be doing the same thing they're doing if we change our perspective.
You have a good point there, wise Rico one. Hey Maria, what's up? There's no end to war and resentment. So sad. So this is where you all were. We knew you'd be here. The Queen said this house was destroyed in the Great War 500 years ago. This house has been kept like this on purpose as a reminder of the war. Well, isn't that fucking depressing? Thank you for waiting. Please come to the palace with me. That's what we were waiting for. Hey, wait! Yeah, totes. I want to go to the palace.
The girl's probably going through an awful lot of pain.
I know, right? I know. Let's just ignore that and move on with our lives. He's crashing on too loudly, boy. God, this is what I get for recording later at night. So yeah, since it's a Friday night, I was like, I could wait till later to record. I'm in no hurry. And now I'm all tired, so ugh. Hopefully we don't make this episode too long, but you never know what's going to happen, so the episode could always drag on to something I don't expect. Anyway, I don't know where the palace is, but I'm guessing it's not in this area. We probably need to just go out of here, and Maria will lead us, like it'll just be another place on the map. And, oh, yep, it's this. The statue of the goddess from Lunar. It does look a little bit like it, although I don't think the one in Lunar has wings. I don't think so. Anyway, that's cool. High-tech palace of the queen. Sweet. It's got little fuzzies in here, too. What's up, Maria? This way, please. Okie dokie. This way. We get an audience with Queen ZEPHYR. Woot woot. Hopefully she's hot. I know she's 500 years old, but if she's hot, that makes all the more sense. You can't be 500 years old and be old and decrepit. That doesn't make any sense.
Long ago, I heard that a lone choo-choo was taken away from town by a wise man. I haven't heard what happened after that. I hope that choo-choo is doing well.
That choo-choo's on my ship, actually. You should meet her. She's a fucking delight. Sort of. Kind of. Not really. She doesn't do a damn thing, actually. She just sits there in Margie's room and does a goddamn nothing all goddamn day. I'll probably go around and talk to everybody in the palace later, but hold the fucking phone! The hell are you doing here, wise man? You're finally here. Where have you been? What? Why are you here? I've told you before. I learned martial arts with your father in Shavat. The queen is waiting. Go ahead. Is there any chance that this is actually Faye's father under the mask? I'm just wondering. I guess I'll just leave that as an open interpretation. Please come in. Okay, I'm guessing this is the way we're going. I want to meet this ZEPHYR. She better be fucking hot, I'm telling you. No, it's okay if she's old and decrepit. She's 500 years old. It's okay. It's okay. From here, I can see she has black hair, though. Yep, she ain't gonna be old. She gonna be young and delicious. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Sup, baby? Oh, she's not that delicious, but she is younger. Thank you for coming such a long way. I am the Queen of Shavat, ZEPHYR. Oh, boy. Your Majesty, you... I may appear to be like this, but I am actually 522 years old. 522? Is that really possible? Clearly it is. Yes. I and a select few of the vassals have undergone some special life-extending treatments. We were required to continue living until that final day approaches, because of one man. To continue living, this is our atonement for that tragedy 500 years ago. Let us discontinue this discussion of the past. I've heard many things about all of you from Wise Man. Wise Man has been conducting his operations on the surface under my orders, to keep an eye on that man's activities. Also, he was ordered to bring anyone from the surface who would be of help to us in Shavat. 500 years ago, we fought against Solaris for the freedom of the land dwellers. Even after that, we continue to resist Solaris, although we are short of any real power. Sounds like a sad story. Need help? Land dwellers, can you find it in your heart to help us? We must free mankind from the grasps of Solaris. We must gain true freedom and build a peaceful world to live in. Sounds good to me.
All right, your story sounds quite noble. But what is there to stop Shavat from taking up a dictatorship after Solaris falls? Those taking down the seat of power usually become infatuated with their own power and make its people suffer.
However, I tell no lie when I say we are doing this purely for the future of the land dwellers. If you still cannot believe us, then defeat Solaris, gain back the independence of the land dwellers, and then see if we still embrace the heavens together.
I see now. So you want to take down our common enemy first?
Duh. That's always the goal. You act now, worry about the consequences later. Duh. It should do you some good if you rest in the palace and think about it. You must think about what you ought to do. But remember, Solaris has been quite active lately, so we don't have much time for leisure. Fair enough. We will try to come up with a hasty decision. But first, what's your name, baby? Now go and get some rest for now. Alright, fine. Let's go talk to Wise Man for a minute. What the fuck is he doing here, man? I mean, I guess we get it now. But seriously, I mean, it's not like it was out of nowhere, really. He did mention he trained here. Faye, go with Shavat. Your father, Khan, would have wanted you to. Oh, yeah? Is that because you are him? Tell me now. Anyway, so we're here. Let's explore, shall we? There's a cool little song here, too. I like it. It's kind of got like a funky little beat in the background, like that bass, but it's also got that nice melodic, tingly sounds to it. I should be mashing X. What if we find another stone? That's a rather old picture. Is it a picture of a family? Parents, a girl, and a younger brother. Everyone seems to be smiling happily. Well, isn't that just sad? Why are we what the? I don't want to look at pictures. I want to find stones, bro. I want to find stones, bro. I want to find stones, bro. Alright. I don't think there's going to be one in here. Moving on. They might all be in the Shavat main area, or they might be here. I mean, I don't know where they're going to be. Maybe they're all over the fucking place. Maybe They're all in other places in the world and only the first one is here. I don't fucking know. You guys need to really get on your shit and let me know, man. If the reward isn't worth it, then I probably won't bother. But like I said, I don't mind reloading my save before this episode to get all the stones and then show you what the reward is. I don't mind. I'll do it. Yo, Maria, what up? What you doing up here on the top of the tower? Are you finished talking to the queen? What do you all plan on doing? Are you going to fight alongside the people of Shavad against Solaris? Haven't decided yet, bitch. Give me time to think about it. Everyone is searching for a reason to live, a reason to fight, to understand better the meaning of death. However, that is something we must find on our own and make it our own. That is why what my grandfather said, though I don't understand what he meant by it. 'Cause you're just a little girl. Old Man Balls was wise and old. It's already been 5 years since my grandfather brought me to Shavad. Grandfather and the Queen always told me not to leave Shavad, that I must not go to Solaris alone. There's no way I could lose to any other gear in my Saibzin. There's no way. I'll step on all those Solarians with Saibzin. Beat them down. Beat them all down. One little girl wrecking crew. Why does my grandfather and the Queen stop me? Don't they care what happens to Father? Are they just going to stand by and watch him die? I can't forgive those people who tortured Father and those who silently stand by and watch. Even as we speak, my father in Solaris may be dead. I get it. It's very sad. It's very, very sad. I'll do my best. I will probably help you. Just give me a minute to think about the damn thing, man. Don't fucking rush me with your sob stories. I get that it's sad. Everyone has a sad story. Yours isn't any more special than anyone else's. So, don't fucking try to be all, oh, it's such a sad life I live, and parents and grandparents, and nobody loves me anymore because nobody's around. I'm so lonely. Go fucking cry me a river. I know I'm very sentimental today. Welcome to Shavad. We've already heard that you are our guests. Please use this room as you please. You are welcome to use the bed to rest. Okay, that's probably where we need to rest, but let's look around first. So you're the newcomers from the surface. It seems you all aren't like the usual land dwellers we get, but we're always happy to have more friends to fight against Solaris. I look forward to working with you. Bitch, you don't know if I'm going to say yes yet. To protect Shavad from the outside, the ancient technology of the gate is used. It's fundamentally the same thing as the stuff Solaris has planted on the surface. Even with Solaris' technology, the gate cannot be broken through. But at times, I come to think about whether this gate is only for protecting us from Solaris. Maybe that man left this gate behind to separate us, to isolate us from the rest of the world. If that was his intention, then Krelian is indeed dreadful. Does that man's resentment run that deep? Krelian? Krelian holds the true power in Solaris, is what I'm saying. The irony of fate. Once that man fought alongside Roni Fatima, Queen ZEPHYR, and Lacan against Solaris. And what, then when he got the power of Solaris, he said, fuck you guys, and he went to their side? Seems to be the case. It's pretty fucked up, bro. Pretty fucked up. Don't worry, we'll fuck Krelian up in the end. Don't you worry. What's up, old lady? Ah, I see. So you're the son of Khan. Have you met Queen ZEPHYR yet? She still can't forget about the tragedy in Nisan during the Great War 500 years ago, even though it's not her fault. I assume she can't forgive herself for betraying and abandoning her fellow members though she had no knowledge of what was going on. Oh, I have said too much. I'm not supposed to know anything. Anyhow, keep up the good work in overthrowing Solaris, young man. Oh, is that what I'm doing? I didn't even start doing that yet. I mean, sure, I'm on the way to, don't get me wrong. But you're not supposed to congratulate me on something I haven't even started doing yet. That doesn't make any sense. Whatever. Fine. Moving on. What's up, lady? Balthazar brought Maria to Shavad about 5 years ago, along with that Saibzin. Balthazar said he sneaked into Solaris by himself and tried to save Dr. Nicola and Maria. He laughed as he told me that he managed to escape with Maria and take that Saibzin as a souvenir. So the Saibzin's actually from Solaris. That's pretty cool. Maria's father, Dr. Nikolai, was captured by Solaris and nothing has been heard from him since. In any case, I'm sure he's being forced to do research on gears. If they develop Saibzin further into a new gear weapon and start mass producing them, well, to say the least, it would be more than we could ever handle. Fair enough. Let's go. Saibzin, very formidable foe, huh? For a second there, I thought maybe Maria was going to be another character we get on our team, and I'm still not going to rule that out. but it definitely looks like it could be possible. She has her own gear. Long ago, humans were with God in a paradise in the sky called Mahanan. Mahanan. The place was protected by the power of God. Humans were never exposed to the fear of the danger of death. However, one day humans entered God's forbidden garden and ate a fruit which bestowed upon them tremendous intelligence and power. It's called the Apple of Eden, bitch. God found out about the incidents and the humans were banished from paradise. Prosperous times were over and an era of sorrow and hatred began. It's called humans, or humankind, or whatever. It's called life. That was the first part of the legend of the Genesis that was passed from long ago. They say a legend such as this contains some truth to it. Oh yeah? Yeah, humans are stupid. That's what it proves. Humans banished from the paradise were foolish enough to revolt against God. In order to resist the power of God, they created 12 anima relics and called themselves gods. For 10 days and 10 nights, the world shed its blood. Mahanan was enveloped in flames. But human strength was no match for God, and the arrogant humans were destroyed by God's anger. Only a few righteous men were left on the land. However, God was also tired and wounded. He decided to rest in the deepest depths of the earth. God's rest was long, but eternity is only a moment to God. Since then, the righteous men who didn't revolt against God had to live in the harsh nature by themselves, being in constant fear of death. The legend also says the following: when the righteous men's children are born again, God will awaken from his long rest and give a helping hand to them. If the legend is true, what will the awakening God bring to the people? What kind of existence is God? Who says you're one of these kids that are going to be alive when God does wake up, huh? What makes you righteous, huh? It is not known how much of the Genesis legend is true. However, the anima relics made through God's wisdom do exist. Solaris' Gazelle ministry is desperate to find the anima relic and Mahanan, a place known to be God's resting place. If Solaris contains the power, no one will be able to stop them. What will happen to the world then? Bad things, my friend. Bad things. Things that we don't even want to think about. We'll just stamp them out before it ever happens. Sounds good to me. Sounds like a fucking plan. There is a lot of doors here, by the way. Holy fuck. Why so many doors, bro? I guess it's not really that big a deal. You just arrived from the surface, didn't you? I've heard about you. They say you saved our colleague captured by the Ethos. Thank you very much for that. I wish they'd give me a mission. I'd teach those Solarians a lesson. Oh yeah? You look like an Ave guard, by the way. Oh, and you are? I feel like I've met you before. You resemble Khan, the one who taught us the art of fighting. Nobody knows his whereabouts after he went down to the surface on the Queen's mission. I doubt something bad happened to him considering his skills, but I wonder where he is. It's fucking Wise Man! That just makes more sense now. Queen sent him down on a mission? That's what Wise Man was sent to do. That makes it sound even more like Khan is Wise Man, doesn't it? You know, I've had that suspicion that Wise Man was actually Faye's father since we really got some more info on him, and the fact that he keeps helping us. And like, remember when we fought back in the tournament, way back in the beginning in Ave? Yeah, it makes me really think that it's his father. Anyway, so hungry. Is the meal ready yet? Whatever you do, it all goes back to food. You got that? Food! For me, I get the feeling I'm most alive when I'm eating. Isn't it the same with you guys? You eat to live or live to eat. We don't even know, do we? I bet those Solarians are always eating all the good stuff. That's unforgivable. You just hate them. Your reason for hating them is because you think they eat all the good food? What the hell, man? Go ahead, pump yourself up on something weird. See, this guy loves food. He's fat.
We're still running around the sky because the world broke out 5 years ago. Doesn't make any sense. Why do we have stuff for all the rest of dinner? What do we think? I can't even get fresh ingredients for meals. I've had it. Oh, that's so sad, fat man. Just eat whatever you have, okay? Hey, lady. Whoa, Yui? Who are you? Yui! What? Saitan's wife is here? Why don't I have Saitan in the party? Oh my god, what? The meal will be ready soon. Please join us and eat to your heart's content. What? Why are you here? Oh, I didn't tell you before I was born here. What? After you left the village, I decided to return to Shabbat along with the survivors of the village. Because the soldiers from Ave and Kislev are showing up around there. I see. I'm sorry for putting so much trouble on you. What are you saying? It's not your fault. There's nothing to worry about. The people from the village understood after they came here and heard the story. They couldn't blame only you for that incident because Solaris was behind it. Yes, but... Have you met with the Queen? Yes. If you haven't, go say hello to her as soon as possible. I already did that. Okay, then I'll see you later. Dude! The people from the village in the beginning of the game are here too? What?
Okay, that was an unexpected surprise. I like that. I like that. That's cool. That's actually pretty cool. There's Midori. Choo-choo, my friend. Choo-choo, my friend. How come little kids I guess little kids love fuzzy Furbies, man.
Midori really talks a lot. It's amazing how much stuff you have with Chew talk about. We can have a conversation without talking. Have you forgotten already?
Yeah. Because I don't know you, bro. I don't know you. I can't have a conversation with you. I don't know you. Mom said don't talk to strangers, remember? Anyway. Another choo-choo.
You humans are truly unusual living beings, aren't you, Chew? Aren't you? You're all like shattered fragments of a mirror.
Yeah, we are. That great war 500 years ago, I can't remember it like it was yesterday. That's something I can't get myself to forget. Many lives were lost, much love, many dreams, friends. Those irreplaceably important things in our lives were scarred and left to bleed. Are those days going to return once again? I don't want my children or grandchildren to go through that nightmare. What about your great-great-great-great-great-great-grandchildren from 500 years ago, bro? Dude, he must be one of the people that's been around for the 500 years. It's pretty crazy. Whoa, where the fuck are we now? Oh my god, we're in like a storage room or something? What's up, lady? This month is going to be very tight too. We must cut down our rations a little to make it. But everyone will probably gripe about that. What am I gonna do? What are you, the master of food? Or the master of coin? Probably more like master of doof. Look, the fat man, get him out of here. He's eating all the food.
We've been flying up in the sky, right? It ain't easy getting supplies. We just can't go and get all our own supplies either. We made it this far somehow, but if the situation continues like this, we better do something.
Yeah, you're all gonna be a bunch of hungry motherfuckers here in a minute. So this must be like the food storage, I guess. Can we? I guess it doesn't look like there's really anything we can do in here. It's a fancy looking room, that's for sure. Fancy schmancy. Alright, how many more doors do I have left here? Jesus. Is there any more gosh darn doors? See, that's where... Actually, that might... Hold on. Hold up. Wait a minute. Okay, actually, let's go in here. I don't think I've been in here. Oh yeah, we definitely have been here. It's a fucking laboratory. Awesome. The scientists of Solaris had bitter experiences in the revolt by the lambs 500 years ago, so they decided to do some work on the lambs. They inserted various limiters so that they would never be able to revolt. For the past 500 years, Solaris controlled the lambs' consciousness, behavior, and all. Naturally, lambs don't know anything about it. That makes it even more unforgivable, although it's highly efficient. It's highly efficient indeed. This land is a testing ground for Solaris. Their objectives are genetic engineering, crossbreeding, and a mind control. They want to collect data for the newly created organisms and general combat data. Lambs are mere livestock to be raised for Solaris' purposes. The ethos was established mainly to control the lambs. Some fucked up shit, man.
I see. That's how it was.
The ethos supervised the land dwellers like domestic animals? Then I was... They're not doing this for fun either. It's an important simulation. Creating appropriate organisms that can align themselves with the anima relics is one of their most important objectives. In any case, the lambs will continue to be Solaris' guinea pigs unless someone stops them. That'll be us, bro. That will be us. Sup, fat guy? Fat face guy? The limiter restrains the lamb's abilities, but there may be a way to remove it. Tara Melchior. Tara Melchior. He used to be one of the 3 sages of Shavat. He must know a way to remove the limiter. What the hell's the limiter? Nobody told me what the limiter is. What the fuck is the limiter? I don't even know what that is, man. You can't just start spitting out words like I'm supposed to know what they are. The whereabouts of the 3 sages, Melchior, Balthazar, and Gaspar, have not been known since the Great War. I know where Balthazar is. Melchior? Melchior? That sounds like a dude from Chrono Trigger. What was that dude's name? And Gaspar, that motherfucker's from Suikoden. Why are these people from different games? There's even a rumor that they lost faith in humans because of the tragedy in Nissan. Solaris' activities have been increased again. I wonder where they are and what are they up to. I don't know. One more bitch to talk to, and that might be a treasure chest or not. A man named Krellian was the mastermind behind the planting of the limiter and the lambs. He was originally a lamb. He learned molecular engineering from the sage, Melchior, personally. But he misused it for such a terrible act, an unbelievable monster. Oh boy, okay. Well then, Krellian is a fucking deceiver of men. That's what Krellian is, and therefore Krellian must die. For his crimes, he must die. Did I talk to you? Maria has truly done so much for us as of now. Many of us consider her to be the guardian angel of Shavad. Regardless of how well she can control Cybzen, she's only a 13-year-old girl. She's probably worried sick about her father who's been captured by Solaris. You do know we're all a bunch of kids too, except for, like, Rico, right? Bulbasaur strongly told Maria not to leave Shavad under any circumstances. He probably said that because he knows that if provided with the chance, that child would immediately try to fly off to Solaris, all by herself to rescue her captured father riding on the Cybzen. Yeah, that would not be very smart. 1 on a million is probably not a good idea. Alright, let's take our rest and make our decision. I know we're closing on 30 minutes already, but... oh god, another room full of people. Well, maybe we will just finish it here. Save it and be done. Is this even the room they said we could stay in? Surviving through the Great War 500 years ago and Diabolos' collapse, we and the rest of our comrades secluded ourselves on Shavad. At the time, Shavad was being constructed at the tip of Babel Tower, but we were able to escape the sky before Solaris once again ascended to the power over land. Since then, we've been wandering the skies while overlooking the activities of the land below. No shit. Okay, well, we might not end... I mean, we probably will end the episode here. Let me just talk to everybody in here and be done with this. After the war, Solaris used a gate like ours to separate itself from the surface. And then, they erased all memory of their existence from the surface dwellers. Due to this, the surface dwellers are still not aware that they've been secretly dominated by Solaris all along. To be born into a false reality, to grow up in it, and to die in it, without ever approaching the truth. That is the life of a surface dweller. That is the life of someone in the Matrix, more like. Good lord, this is like a Matrix story. Big time. Those giants which fought long ago to save us, an existence which surpasses all other gears. They are the legendary Omni-Gears. Oh, now I want one. One of them is the treasure of the Ave royal family. Maybe I have one, which is currently resting somewhere within the continent of Ignis. But I can't guarantee that. Omni-Gears, huh? Well, maybe that's what we have. Well, Tall might be an Omni-Gear. I'm excited. The reason mankind was able to make it through and survive certain death 500 years ago was because the power of these giants created through God's wisdom. Roni, Fatima, and the other young fighters piloted these giants and destroyed the heart of Diabolos. Seeing an opportunity to counterattack, mankind desperately stood up against Diabolos and successfully annihilated them. Roni, Fatima, Queen ZEPHYR, and the rest of the young ones put their lives on the line and won it back. The future for this world. Oh yeah. Gotta love the historians. Diabolos. The sudden appearance of the mysterious army put a full stop to the battle between the humans 500 years ago. Those angels of death utterly unrivaled with no fear or mercy. Their only intention was to eradicate all life on this planet. Even Solaris' proudest gear battalions were mere flies to them. Nothing stopped them as they indiscriminately slaughtered and trampled upon countless lives. And that at that time people were certain that the end of the world was approaching. Dominated by feelings of constant fear and hopelessness, it was a dreadful life. That sounds like a crazy time, man. Crazy. The Great War that unfolded between Solaris and Shavad 500 years ago. It was a heroic battle with the freedom and independence of the land dwellers at stake. The rebel army, which centered around Shavad, was successful at attacking the inner citadel of Solaris, but only with tremendous sacrifices. However, before we almost made it, the unthinkable happened. A new enemy appeared that even Solaris did not anticipate. That was when the nightmare began, the nightmare never seen before. A nightmare that we pray we would never have to see again. Are you going to tell me what that nightmare is later, lady? At one point, Solaris and its Gazelle ministry, made up of 12 elders, dominated the world with more military might than they have presently. The people on the land were treated like slaves. If any one of them resisted, they were quickly and mercilessly dealt with. They treated the people as if they weren't living beings. Eventually, people on the surface began to rebel from all parts, and ultimately led to the Solaris-Shavad War 500 years ago. Uh-huh. Okay. Last but not least, we got this lady. You're probably already aware of this, but this Shavad is protected by a special gate made possible by an ancient technology. Even Solaris cannot break this barrier. Because of that, we were able to avoid being invaded to this day. But even with that, we don't have the power to attack Solaris either. It's a stalemate. Basically, we've just been glaring at each other, and nobody can fire a shot because it's all for naught. Good lord, it's another one of these talky episodes, but at least we're getting a lot of history. I kind of like it. Oh, we're on the wrong side, that's why. I thought that was the room to stay in. This is the room to stay in right here. Well, shit, is there... Let's make sure there's no rooms down here before I fucking... just assume there's nothing down there. Why can't we jump down? That doesn't make any sense. There's a lady down here. Oh, and there's a door over there. Might as well finish exploring because this is going to be the end of the episode, so I'm okay with it now. There's no doors along that wall, but there is a lady and another door over here. Further down is the prison. It hasn't been used for several hundred years, though. It isn't anything worth seeing. Well, I guess you could say we had a similar barbaric phase like the land dwellers. Well, let's go check out the fucking empty-ass prison, then. Why not? It's fucking there. It's a place. They don't even turn the lights on because nobody... Oh, look, somebody's down here. There's he... Somebody's here, man. This is where we keep the criminals in their cells. It's been said that soldiers from Solaris were locked up in here long ago. I've heard we've done many atrocious things at that time. War is like that. It abolishes good and bad. One betrays friends, neighbors, even his own flesh and blood. War turns even good, kind humans into crazed monsters. Sorry, I was reading that wrong. Okay, this is a carbonite cage. That petrifies humans a lot. What? That's fucked up. Regardless of whether it was only used on criminals, it is still heinous. I agree. No matter how you look at it, they've sure thought of cruel things. By the way, you land dwellers know about the Nissan tragedy during the Great War? Did you hear anything from the higher-ups? No. What are we talking about here? I doubt they told you. Those old men politely avoid talking about it. Do they think the truth will disappear if they turn away from the past? Bunch of fools. Be careful, land dweller. You'll have a terrible time if you open up your heart to those old men. Just like they did in Nissan 500 years ago. Ooh, the Nissan men are a bunch of assholes. Duly noted. Don't touch the carbon cage. You will turn into petrified stone immediately. That's not cool. Dude, this goes further down. There's a door here too? Dude, there's all sorts of shit here to look around at. Too many things. What is this? This is a machine created to put brutal criminals and dangerous monsters to sleep. What? It isn't expected to be used again, but it's ready anytime just in case. Anyone who has no business here should leave. Get out right now. What? It's a fucking... It's... What? It's a fucking... What do they call it? The damn... It's a... the fucking lethal injection triangle. That's what I'm going to call it. The lethal injection triangle. It puts things to sleep. Forever. That day 500 years ago, that woman was definitely here. There was no other alternative but to be a captive. We could have won at the cost of many sacrifices, only if that traitor hadn't disappeared with that woman. The escaped woman freed the beast. The beast sucked human blood and ate their flesh and tore the world apart. What are we talking about? Since then, people have found themselves groping in the dark. They've been atoning for a crime for 500 years. I want you to be careful. I want you to be careful. That's just wrong. Incorrect grammar. Don't follow the same path as the traitor, drowning in hatred and love. Who's the traitor? Are we talking about Krellian? I'm confused. People are very vague with these stories. I mean, I have to put the pieces together in my head, I guess. There's probably all the details are there, and I just have to, like, put them all together, like I said. I don't know if I have correctly, but you know what? I'm sure anything important comes all together very clearly by the end. And if it doesn't, well, then this is going to be one of the most confusing games I've ever played. Big fucking surprise. So that was interesting. I'm glad we went and checked out the fucking creepy, scary-ass dungeons. Guess it was worth my while. Alright, so now let's go in this room. I'm assuming there's going to be a safe one here if it's the place to rest. There usually is one. Okay, cool. Alright, in that case, that's going to end this episode of Let's Play Xenogears. In the next one, we'll take our rest and make our decision on whether or not we're going to help out Shavat against Solaris. Do we really need to think about it? Why else would we come here if we're not going to fucking throw down with those bitches? Just saying. Anyways, I'll see you guys next time. Peace.